Okay, it's roughly 1 o'clock. I would like to welcome you to this part of the program. My name is Staffan Ingvarsson. I'm the CEO of Stockholm International Fair. And I have the privilege to address you a little bit about the opportunities in the greater Stockholm region. And we'll follow on this with a very talented panel discussing the opportunities to do business here in the Stockholm region. This is a part of our international program here at Nordbygg. And Nordbygg, of course, I would like to welcome you to our greatest event this year. And it's a true privilege to see you all here and be able to walk around. I hope you'll have the time to do that as well. We have over 900 exhibitors. We have 300 different talks going on 9 different stages over this week. So it's truly an opportunity to learn more about the Swedish industry, more about doing business here in Sweden, and of course going away from this day or week with a lot of new contacts and a lot of new business opportunities. A part of the program that we see here today will have a good discussion of how we can accelerate the housing construction in Sweden. Of course, the economy is a bit on the slow side right now, but we see the light the coming months ahead, and we see great opportunities to be a part of the Swedish construction scene in moving this together. And I'll address a few of those opportunities here during this start of this seminar. But let me start with this. Why choose Stockholm? Why choose to be here? Why choose to do business here in Stockholm? And I got a few reasons for that. 5 of them, actually. For the first, we are a leading European region when it comes to innovation. You might be heard, and probably if you pick up your phone, you have Klarna, you have Spotify, you have those kind of companies coming out of the Stockholm economy. A long tradition of being ranking high when it comes to innovation. I think we've been top 3 in the European Innovation Scoreboard for the last 10 years. And it's a tradition going back. We have a strong industry foundation from Ericsson, from ABB, from Saab, from other companies in the greater Stockholm region that is all the time, day after day, year after year, innovating themselves, working together with the local tech community, with the local construction community, and trying to create the new solutions. So this is truly a breeding ground for those innovations that will help to create the future. The second reason is, and it's of course linked to that, we have a very high-skilled labor market. It's very interested for international talent to be here. We have world-leading universities in the Royal Institute of Technology, KTH, in the Karolinska Institute when it comes to healthcare. So we have a strong foundation there, and it's fairly easy to find the talent you need. Of course, meeting companies, especially in the tech sector, we always find that there's a lack of that kind of talent. But that's also something to work with, because you can know that you can find the right talent here in Stockholm, and the city of Stockholm helps in connecting you with that kind of talent if you need to. We are a transparent, robust, and reliable business sector. We have a business climate that is truly set on creating the solutions for the future. And I would say it's very, very easy to connect to the various Swedish and international companies that are based here in Stockholm. The lingua franca of the business community here in Stockholm is English, has been so for quite some time, and will continue to be there. It's easy to do business here. We're also on the forefront when it comes to digital communication, which means that it's very, very easy to set up a business here and work on a global scale from the beginning. One thing that I would like to highlight as a key reason why you should do business here in the greater Stockholm region is also that we have a very purpose-driven business sector. The business sector is now today driving the politicians in front of them when it comes to tackling the big issues of our time. Of course, climate change might be the greatest one of those. And there is truly a great interest in investing in those kind of ideas and great opportunities. As our mayor said when she opened up this fair this morning, that it's nothing that the city or the state can do by itself. It has to be done in cooperation with industry. And especially when we're talking about construction, talking about housing, we need to find those solutions together. We don't really know those solutions, but we're very open for creating those solutions together. And we are, of course, a globally connected region by air and by sea and by land. And a region that's investing rather heavily in infrastructure right now, and I'll get back to that. Looking at Stockholm from a more European perspective, after London and Paris, Stockholm is the capital in Europe that hosts the most global headquarters, and we are number one when it comes to impact investments from venture capital and other sources into new solutions, new products that will help us tackle the great challenges. And as our mayor said this morning, we are a city and a region that really wants to be there, wants to be climate positive by 2030, and has the ambition to be totally fossil-free by 2040. And that is, of course, a very bold statement from the local politicians, but it's possible to reach that, and I think we'll discuss that over these days and this week. How can we do that together? Because it's only together that we can do that. The economy is on a slower pace right now, as I said, but we're getting there. We see the engines is starting up. And we actually did, the City of Stockholm, Stockholm Business Region, the city's official enterprise and destination company, produced a report a couple of weeks ago looking at, how big is the scope looking the coming 20 approximately years. And we can see that looking to 2040, there's planned investments at approximately 115 billion euros. Quite a lot of money. And that's roughly half, almost half of that, 59 million will go into housing. Looking at all the plans that all the cities in the greater Stockholm region, approximately 4 million inhabitants, has for the coming 20 years, there'll be 60 billion euros in housing construction. Right now, this year, it will be less. But we know when the economy turns, it will grow because we need those new houses, and the cities and the municipality knows that they need to be built. So the planning authorities in the different municipalities are working on this. Only in the city of Stockholm, there will be approximately 70,000 new housing units being built up until 2035. There's approximately 100,000 housing units in the plans of the making right now in the city. So it's truly a great opportunity to contribute to building more in Stockholm. And that's just Stockholm. If you go to Uppsala, 1 hour north of Stockholm, there's a great city development project, with a whole new part of the city being built in the coming 20 years. If you go 1.5, 2 hours to the south of Stockholm, to Linköping, it's the same process going on right there. So truly the whole region is growing and wants to grow. Of course, you need a lot of investments also in infrastructure. A lot of that is rail. Approximately 18 billion euros for the coming 20 years is going to be invested in bettering the rail communications within the city of Stockholm and the greater Stockholm region. I have a few examples of those projects that is right now being processed and will be built the coming years. To start with, approximately 1 billion euros will be invested in the Stockholm Wood City, which is a adjunct municipality of Nacka that is behind this project together with a few real estate developers. We will build a whole new part of the city in wood. Truly a great opportunity to take part in how to create the new solutions, how to build a new city just out of wood. Would love to talk more with you about that during this week. I'm sure that the wood industry is truly a strong industry for the future, of course in the Nordic countries, but probably around the world, where we can find a technique to how to do this. And we'll showcase that here in Stockholm, in Nacka. Another project I would like to highlight is the City of Stockholm's project called Stockholmsmässan, the specific housing project to be able to create affordable houses on a larger scale in a modern setting, with at the same time reaching the very, very hard requirements that we have from an environmental perspective. So truly a great example on not just building to reach the sustainability goals when it comes to tackling the climate issue, but also to really create sustainable housing in an affordable way. We have a great project that is going on right now, the subway extension in Stockholm. And that is, of course, in itself a really beautiful project with a lot of new subway stations being created. But at the same time, that also is a prerequisite for the possibility to create new housing, especially in the southern part of the city of Stockholm. We will see 40, 50,000 new housing units over the coming 30 years that are made possible thanks to the build-out of the Stockholm subway system. So the inner core of the region will become more dense because of the vast investments that's now being taking place when it comes to train. But also looking in a little bit outside the center region, the East Link from Stockholm, Södertälje to Linköping via Skavsta Airport, Stockholm Skavsta Airport, will have a rail connection in 15 years approximately, that makes the whole of the southern part of Stockholm all the way down to Linköping, which hosts a great number of very important industries, Saab, aerospace, to name one, a great technology university. And this connection, of course, makes it possible for a whole new development on the whole southern part of the Stockholm region, which I think is very interesting. And of course, the airport in the middle there will create new opportunities and new connections. Looking not on the south side of in the region of Stockholm, but to the west side, we also see a great project, Stockholm-Oslo 255, having the goal to create rail connections between Stockholm and Oslo under 3 hours. That is, of course, extremely important for the connections between Stockholm and Oslo, between Sweden and Norway, and all of the business that are being done between our countries. But it may be even more important for Västerås, for Örebro, for Karlstad, the great cities that lie between Stockholm and Oslo, truly connecting this part of Sweden to the capital. This will create new opportunities for business in Mälardalen, this part of Sweden, but also create, of course, new opportunities for housing. There's a lot of need for new housing units in this area. So looking to 2040, 2045, we can see there is massive investments going on in infrastructure, especially rail, to be able to create a greater region where you can lower the commute time in a larger geographic area. And this will, of course, help stimulate business. This will help stimulate housing development in this part of Sweden. Just a few short extract from this report. I know it's in physical form at the Stockholm Stockholm stand over here if you go and want to go into the details. But I think I'll end by concluding that what we are trying to do here really is trying to build the future. The city of Stockholm, the Stockholm region, has a very clear stance that we want to grow, we will grow. We can't do it together. We want to grow in a sustainable way. And to be able to do that, we have to create the new solutions together with industry. And I can't think of a better meeting than Nordbygg these days, this week, to really talk about this, to focus on this. How can we get on board? How can I be a part of creating the greater Stockholm region in a sustainable way? That I think when we conclude this week, we hopefully will have a few of the thoughts and the ideas in how to do that.